Hey guys, welcome to my second ID diary, and today we've got 3 different ecosystems, so let's get started with the Orlando wetlands. The common name for this first species, pickerel weed, comes from a fish that typically uses it for cover called pickerel, and its scientific name is Pontidaria cordata. The great egret are really fast birds, and their name is Ardea alba. The bull-tongue arrowhead, or Sagittaria lancifolia, provide food and habitat for a variety of species. The sandhill crane, or Antigone canadensis, when they are babies, they can be ready to leave the nest and start swimming only 8 hours after they hatch. The creeping oxeye is considered a pest in Florida, and its scientific name is Sphagneticola trilobata. And Narsha jashafi, or white peacock butterfly, has these big eye spots that are meant to trick predators into thinking a pair of eyes is watching them. The white-mouthed dayflower, or Camelina erecta, was named after 3 brothers named Camelin, who were all botanists. So the anhinga's scientific name is Anhinga anhinga, which I think is a fun fact in itself. This is the turkey tangle fog fruit, or Phylla naudiflora, and it looks very similar to another type of fog fruit, but I determined this one because this is the only one that occurs in this area. So next I have the black-bellied whistling ducks, or Dendrocygna autumnalis, and fun fact, they mostly resemble geese and swans rather than ducks. So the Peruvian primrose willow, or Ludwigia peruviana, looks very similar to a bunch of other primrose willows, but I was able to tell just based on how the leaves are arranged and their structure. And this specific species actually can cause a lot of problems when it starts to grow into waterways and could end up killing a lot of different species. Next, we've got the turkey vulture, or Cathartes aura, and you can differentiate these from the black vulture because their wings have 2 tones, so they have dark wings with white lining all along the wing, whereas black vultures only have white primary feathers. Here I've got 2 different peninsula cooters. Their scientific name is Pseudomys peninsularis, and the females tend to dig 2 fake nests on each side of the real nest to trick predators. The cabbage palm, or sable palmetto, is the most widespread Florida native palm tree. This next species is the common gallinule. The scientific name is Gallinula galliata. And fun fact, newly hatched chicks have spurs on their wings that help them climb into the nest or grab onto vegetation. So this one took me a while to find. It is the Saltmarsh morning glory. A lot of the Ipomia species look similar, but I've determined this is the Ipomia sagittata. Its common name refers to salt marsh habitat, but it's equally common in freshwater marshes. Of course, we have the great blue heron, scientific name Ardea herodias. And fun fact about these guys, they have specialized feathers on their chest that continually grow and fray into powder to remove fish slime. And then we have the tricolored heron, or Egretta tricolor. And fun fact about them, as they get older, they tend to snap at their parents when they bring food, so the parents greet them with a bow. This is the little blue heron, or Egretta caerulea, and they have a row of built-in teeth along their middle toes to serve as a grooming comb. And the last species from our Orlando wetlands is, of course, the American alligator, scientific name Alligator mississippiensis, And fun fact about these guys, their sex is determined by the temperature of the eggs. And in turtles, warmer temperatures produce females, but in alligators, warmer temperatures produce males. Going straight into the Florida swamp, we have the Leavenworth's tick seed, or Coreopsis leavenworthii. Its scientific name, Coreopsis, means bug-like and refers to the achenes in the middle that look like ticks. And this one was easy to ID because of the shape of the petals. This is the saw greenbrier, or the Smilax bona nox, and I was able to ID this species because of those prickles lining the leaf blade. And this is a type of vine that white-tailed deer actually like to browse upon. The green tree frog, or Hyla cinerea, tend to breed in deep water, whereas most frogs tend to breed in shallow water. The lizard's tail scientific name is Saururus sarunus, and you can tell the species by the heart shape of the leaf. The Virginia chain fern, or Woodwardia virginica, tend to grow in lines rather than in chunks. This highly venomous species of snake is the pygmy rattlesnake. Its scientific name is Cistruurus miliarius. Spanish moss, or Tillandsia usneoides, is actually not a type of moss. It is a type of epiphyte. This leather fern, or Acrosticum denalifolium, is Florida's largest native fern. This next species is the southern leopard frog, scientific name Rana utricularia, and I was able to ID this species because of the line, like the distinct lines going through its back and face, and that yellow spot on the top of its eye. The bald cypress scientific name is Taxodium disticum, and a fun fact is that the tallest bald cypress tree is located in Longwood, Florida, and is estimated to have lived for 3 millennia. This is the beard fern, or Viteria lineata, and it looks like the tree has a beard, so that's how I identified it. So these are the eggs of an invasive species called the Florida apple snail, scientific name Palmacia paludosus, and they like to lay their eggs on any hard surface right above the waterline. This next species is the golden polypody. The scientific name is Polypodium aureum, and they tend to be called cabbage palm ferns because they like to take up residence on cabbage palms. So the last species from the Florida swamp is going to be the ring-necked snake. The scientific name is Diodophis punctatus, and a fun fact, they are nocturnal and like to hunt for their food at nighttime. Going into the last ecosystem, I'm going to start with the honeybee. Its scientific name is Apis mellifera, and fun fact, queen honeybees can lay more than 2,000 eggs a day. The first mangrove species I'm going to mention is the red mangrove. Its scientific name is Rhizophora mangle, and this mangrove can be differentiated by the thick, leathery leaves and intertwining exposed roots. This is the sea oxeye. The scientific name is Borichia frutescens, and fun fact, in the West Indies, it is used medicinally as a tea to treat whooping cough, strep throat, and colds. The long-tailed skipper scientific name is Urbanus proteus, and in their caterpillar form, when they're disturbed, they spit a bright green fluid. We have the horseshoe crab, which unfortunately is not alive, but its scientific name is Limulus Polyphemus. And a fun fact about them, they are valuable in pharmaceutical and biomedical research. The next mangrove species that I have is the black mangrove. Its scientific name is Avicennia germinans, and this mangrove can be distinguished by the bright green top of the leaves and grayish underside. This next species is the saltwort, or Batis maritima, and this species' branches can get so entangled that they make walking through the salt marsh very difficult. This guy is a black eraser. Scientific name is Coluber constrictor, and humans actually pose a great threat to them due to vehicle collisions, or they're killed due to fear of mistaking them for venomous cottonmouths. This is the mangrove buckeye, scientific name Junonia everett, and this one's caterpillar form feeds on black mangrove trees. The last mangrove species that I have is the white mangrove. Its scientific name is Liguncularia racemosa, and this mangrove can be distinguished by the tiny glands on the leaf stalk just below the blade. Common ragweeds, or Ambrosia artemisiifolia, are a major source of seasonal allergies when it releases pollen in the air. This is a black vulture. Its scientific name is Coragyps atratus, and it's different than the turkey vulture due to the white feathers on its primaries. This beautiful butterfly is the Gulf fritillary. Its scientific name is Agralis vanilla, and they release odorous chemicals to ward off their enemies. This next species is the buttonwood. Its scientific name is Conocarpus erectus, and they can be distinguished from all other South Florida trees by its button-like clusters of flowers and fruits. This pretty flowering plant is the common lantana, scientific name Lantana camera, and this species of flower can change color as they mature. This is the Geothlypis trichis, or common yellowthroat, and this species of bird never fly directly towards their nest. They will fly near it and then walk to it in order to avoid attracting predators. The last species I have on my ID list is the Florida strangler fig. Its scientific name is the Ficus aurea. And fun fact, this tree typically begins life as an epiphyte, and it grows on other trees where it kills its host by using a combination of constricting roots, creating dense shade, and then competing for nutrients in the soil. And that concludes my ID diary number 2. So thanks for watching.